Ladies and gentlemen of the WPA, my name is the Master Shawn Puff, and this is the Third Degree. Now, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for my first guest, WPA the Fourth, to arrive. Clearly, he's afraid to answer the questions the Master has for him, so I went out and found the perfect replacement for him. No, not that dog Luna. But it's none other than the man who is owned by Sinister, the Messiah. Messiah, welcome to the Third Degree.
Thank you.
I see you're drinking beer.
It's a Canadian way.
You must have been hanging out with the Beast.
I would drink the beast on the table.
I've got some bubbly of my own. Now, Messiah, you and I have had an interesting history here in the WPA.
Yeah, we have.
We've had our ups and downs back and forth. And when we're on the same page, we can destroy a faction, as people saw today.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I have you here today because there's things that I know you want to say and things I want to ask you.
You ask away and I will give you straight answers. It's who I am.
You have been, let's say, not so successful as of late. Well, I'll say prior to your affiliation with Sinister.
Right.
And now I see you here every day. You're calling someone out, challenging them to face you. And I ask you, Messiah, why? Why would anybody waste their time facing you? Who have you defeated that's worth anything?
I've defeated Jayla Masters. I've went toe-to-toe with you and not lost by much. You know who I learned this from? By calling people out, was you. When you call people out, you get what you want. And then you take what you want.
Well,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I can't fault you for following in the path of the Master. You're clearly learning from the top. And I'll give you that. But here's my question. You said that you stood toe-to-toe with me and lost by a little. And you said you beat Jayla Masters. I mean, I beat Jayla Masters. We all know how that goes. When I show up, Jayla Masters can't beat me. We've been down that road, and I'm sure we'll go down it again.
I can say the same thing. You're the one person where I cannot beat. And you know this. We've went toe-and-toe 4 times, and I'm 0-4 against you. But there's times where you don't show up and you lose. But every time I face you, you just happen to appear. But
shows up.
Since you faced me, you became famous. Your lines, I made you famous.
This is true. You did. You did stoke a fire under the Master.
That's what I do.
A little bit of a slump, and you did stoke that fire and get me going. And that's why I respect you enough to have you here on the show and not tear you apart like I want to do WPA the Fourth.
Well, everyone wants to tear him apart.
Now, I know you have some people here in the WPA that you have personal issues with, so I'm going to give you this time right now to call out whoever you want on my show.
I'm down. I have no personal issues with a lot of people. I just want a belt. I know I can do it, and I know I can win the belt. So I called out Red Death. I know he's part of your faction. I don't care. I ain't afraid. I've said it a million times. I am not afraid of anyone. I'll take my shot. If I lose, I lose. If I win, it'll shut up so many people in WPA. The Beast, Hey, yeah, I had a triple threat. I never got pinned. So it should be a one-on-one, my opinion. Won't happen. STD, she's just STD. Her and her client will back down from my US title shot. I will call it anyone. I don't care. I learned from you. I learned from the God. To get what you want, you go for it. And there's no turning back. I don't care if I hurt people's feelings. I will take and go for whatever I want.
And again, I'll give you credit for that because not many people here in the WBA go for what they want, but Messiah, as many things as I have bad to say about you, the one thing that I will always respect you for is you have the balls to stand up and ask for what you want.
Yep.
That's why I brought you here today. Now, I know you want a piece of the Red Death. You want him one-on-one for the title. I don't think you know what you're getting yourself into. Now, let me explain something to you, Messiah. Red Death and I go back a long time. We've rode up and down these roads. We've been everywhere together. He and I together are the belt collectors. We at one time have held every single tag title available in predictions in every place we've ever been.
Yeah.
Red Death is not a man that you want to cross. Red Death is not a man that you want to face. Will you come on my show and challenge the WPA World Champion?
Hey, I am now the honorary member of Sinister. So I'll challenge whoever I want.
So basically, you're like Sami Zayn is what you're trying to tell me right now.
I am.
Are the Sami Zayn of Sinister. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to kick you
better
to the
version.
curb. Did you say you're the Virgil?
The better version.
The better version.
I am not the Virgil.
You kind of like Virgil, too. You kind of like this.
I do like Virgil.
I mean,
I'm not going to lie.
I remember when I made amends with the God and brought him champagne, you had to go get out of boxes for him.
So I'll admit it.
I got a great deal. I still have champagne.
You do not need to get that from
I'm doing the wrestling thing.
Let me get my shoes on.
Yeah.
So, I ask you now, why would Red Death ever accept your challenge to get in the ring with you?
Why wouldn't he? Like, when you accepted my proposal, I made you famous. I'll make him famous. Either he wins or he loses. Whatever, if I'm quiet for 30 days, that doesn't mean nothing to me. Give me the shot.
So you're
people afraid?
So you're accepting. Now I want you to understand exactly what his challenge was. His challenge was to face you one-on-one. And if you beat him, he will give you a one-on-one shot again for the title. But if he beats you, you have to be quiet for 30 days. And are you telling me right here, are you telling the world on the third degree that you're going to accept that challenge with those stipulations?
I'll accept it and take it all the way. I have no problem accepting that.
Great. Because that just means that you're going to be silenced for 30 days. And in those 30 days, you better watch out because Sinister just might kick you to the curb.
And I'm okay with that. Me being quiet for 30 days is like not listening to you for 30 days. It'll be perfect. It'll be sweet. It'll be perfect.
You see, Messiah, that's the difference. Because you might want to hear me quiet for 30 days, but the rest of the WPA knows that I'm the greatest thing to happen to the WPA. You see, when I walked through the doors here, there was turmoil, there were fights, but I brought the hype. I made people pay attention. I made people tune in. I moved the needle. Now I want to see if you can do the same thing. Now I know that Red Death is going to silence you and is going to make you quiet for a month. And my question to you is, once he does that, how are you going to carry yourself? I mean, you're challenging everybody. And I know, just like the rest of the WPA knows, you're not going to beat Red Death. But then that makes it hard for you to call out anybody else for a month. So why would you accept that?
Go back and get stronger, like you did. You know, I follow in the footsteps of gods and masters. You've been quiet, and then you came back, and you became better. The god has been quiet, but he will come back, and he'll be better. See, so if I'm quiet, I will come back, and I will be better. I'm not afraid of the challenges I lay. I lay them for reasons, and reasons, I will be the top of this game. Red Death can keep running his mouth. I haven't seen a promo. All he does is talk behind his keyboard. There is very few people in WPA that'll actually step up and do a promo because they're afraid that they'll get ridiculed, destroyed by comments. I'm not afraid. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. You want to quiet me? I'll just come back better and stronger. And me being quiet for 30 days? How do you not know that that might open a door? Sinister versus the Order.
Well, let me tell you this. Sinister and the Order have put our differences aside for now, and I'm sure down the road we'll cross paths. But it'll be on a different level when that happens. Now, let's put that aside now that we've handled the business of you and Red Death, because I want to talk about something that happened earlier today when Desdemona, the Queen, what's her name now?
STD. Let's just call her STD of WPA.
STD decided to speak on behalf of her client, Jackson Aries, the new United States champion. You and I, in the back, overheard the conversation, put our 2 cents in, and now she wants her release from the agency. And you, as well as the Ronin, mentioned that her client should put that United States championship on the line against both you and the Master.
I
now,
agree.
here's one thing that you and I can agree on. I don't even know how Jackson Aries came into the WPA and just got himself a title shot. Who has he ever beat? You have beaten more people than he has.
Yeah, I have. It may not be a lot, but I've beat more.
So Jackson Aries, STD. Right now, we stand here in the middle chamber on the 3rd degree. We're both telling you that United States championship that's around your waist won't be there long. If you dare step up to the challenge that was placed to you by the Master and the Messiah. Because no matter what happens between the two of us in the ring against you, you stand 0 chance of walking out of that ring with the title still around your waist. Messiah, let him know what will happen if STD decides to accept the challenge and put that title on the line against one of us or both of us.
Well, for one, they'll pussy away. They won't accept, but a slim chance that they might. That title is not going home with them. There's absolutely 0 chance. When you face the Master, Shawn Puff, who has destroyed, 65% of the people in here? We'll
Everybody but Big Mel. We won't talk about that.
The U.S. title that you can't get a hold of, you might actually have a chance of getting a hold of. And then you have the Messiah. Yeah, I don't have a lot of wins, blah, 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 blah. But I show up every week. I don't shut up. I show up. And you don't stand a chance. You're a newcomer. You're a rookie. You don't know what we hold. We will destroy you in that ring. That's all I have to say about that. So she can go back to her client. I give them chlamydia, but maybe they'll accept. And then one of us will walk away with that title.
Jackson Aries, the challenge has been laid down. STD. I know you're hurt. I know you're in the hospital. Accept the challenge for your client. Because sooner or later, Jackson Aries is going to have to answer to Sinister or the Order. And one of us is going to walk away with that United States Championship around our waist.
Whoa, hold on. Didn't he back down from a challenge from the God place like a week and a half ago? Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah. So they only want people that they know they can beat. And they can't beat the God. They can't beat the Master. What the hell? They can't even beat the Messiah. What does that have to tell you? If you can't beat the Messiah, you shouldn't have a title.
I'll tell you this much. Jackson Aries, if you accept this challenge to defend your United States Championship against us, I can promise you one thing will definitely happen. Messiah, what do we do to them?
We make them famous. That's what we do.
We'll make it famous. That's the third degree. And I'll see you back here next week. And maybe, just maybe, the Messiah or the Master will be standing here, the new United States champion. Let's go back and pop some bubbly with the God.
Damn right.